Hey there, my name is Quartzone, and today I'm going to teach you how to put concepts into music. It's my first tutorial in English, so I have to ask you to not criticize my pronunciation or speaking because I am probably better at writing than speaking because I don't usually do it. So, okay, I hope I don't bother you too much, so let's get started. I've got two examples of music and concepts for you for today. So the first one is a tune that has the pirate music concept. You know, Teminite released an album of all this kind of vibe some weeks ago, so I decided to come back because it's actually a vibe that I used to make when before getting into color bass or being known at all. So I decided to come back to the vibe, but I also wanted to challenge myself and not only make a pirate tune, because as you know, guys, my music is focused into crystals and caves and magic and all that stuff. So I decided to mix the concepts of exploring a cave and finding a pirate ship. So the first concept is about someone who explores a cave and suddenly finds a big area with a old pirate ship that is now inhabited by now a lot of creatures live on it, like magic creatures and stuff. So I decided to follow that concept, and for that I I basically used a pirate kind of, a pirate progression and melody. But the thing is that for the magic concept, you have to use a certain type of sounds that make you remind of a cave or exploring. So first of all, for example, here, the chord progression, I made it with a harp, because it's an instrument that it's often used to represent magic and fairy tales and that kind of things. So I decided to make this follow a pirate progression to mix the both concepts, and it sounds like this. So basically you can feel the pirate vibe, but you can also feel that it's very chill because of the cave vibe. So I'm not going to show the drop today, because the important thing about the concept is on the intro mainly. So let's move into the melody. So instead of using bagpipe, how it's often done in pirate step, I decided to match the cave concept, and I used like a very soft sound for the melody, which also sounds very pirate, and it sounds like this. I've got another layer here, and this is the first phrase of the melody, and then we got the second phrase. So with the chord progression, it sounds like this. So you can feel with this that it sounds cute, and it also sounds like a pirate music. So you can feel both worlds mixed together, following a concrete concept. We also have a violin here, which follows the chord progression too, and it sounds like this with the chords. so you can feel all those vibes that I told you. So it's all about like analyzing which kind of sounds are used in the concept that you are trying to approach, so you can actually make the listener think that, wow, this actually sounds like what he wanted to achieve. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, that's the thing that you always have to keep in mind when trying to make conceptual music. So to make you understand better, I've got another example that I started actually like half an hour ago, and I'm going to open it. And this time is actually a kind of difficult concept to represent, because I basically wanted to, like, you know, this kind of volcano stuff and lava that you got in worlds in video games. For example, the Super Mario series, you've got the last world always tends to be like volcanoes and lava and stuff. So I wanted to pick that concept, like the very hot concept and like death, you know, this kind of volcano things. And also I wanted to pick funk, because I like funk a lot. And I wanted to mix those concepts and also try to represent a princess, like a princess of the volcano. So for that, I basically used a chord progression like with a choir, a funk chord progression like this. So for the melody of the first phrase of the drop, this is a drop, yeah. So for the melody I used a sitar, that is an instrument that is often used to represent hot stuff like deserts and also volcanoes, in fact. So the melody sounds like this. We've got a few more layers. These are also like volcano type sounds. Very dry because it's just a layer of this one. And also we've got a flute that it acts like very well in top of this one, so it sounds like this. Then we've got a growl, a normal bass. I'm not very good at sound design, so I'm sorry for that. I'm better at these kind of concept things, so I hope you can forgive me for my bad sounds. So we got another layer here. This is the sub, this is distortion, and this is an ASCO preset that I basically always add it. And this is the color thing that I don't like to do with vocodecs always, so yeah, I just added a chord progression and put it on top of the bass, so it works. So basically all the elements together sound like this. And then we've got the second phrase that is also very volcano sounding, and it sounds like this. You know, these kind of sounds that are used on percussion, so I use them here too, and I basically just added some layers. This is kinda empty because I started it like a couple of minutes ago. So the second phrase sounds like this so far. And altogether the drop is sounding like this. This is what these are both examples that I wanted to show you in order to make conceptual music. So I hope you understood how to proceed when wanting to represent a concept. It's just as simple as analyzing how the concept is often represented in music, because I am sure you will find a bunch of examples of whatever you want to try to represent. So basically, analyze that and then search similar sounds to put them into music. And yeah, mixing them with the genre you make, I am pretty sure you will have good results. It's not that hard to represent after you get the point of what you are trying to do. So I think this is all that I wanted to show you for today, and I really hope you understood. And whatever you want to say, you have the comments below. Like the video if you enjoy it or if you learned something. Okay, I have literally nothing more to say. My name is Quartzone, and both these tracks, I hope I release them soon. So keep an eye out on them, and goodbye.